Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel, Nonstop Talking with your girl here, Vivian Blue. Today, the red and green is intentional. I'm going to categorize this as movie thoughts, so this is movie thoughts 2. It's December. 2 facts about me. 1, I love Christmas. And 2, I love Christmas romance movies. I attribute this to having a mother who inhaled Hallmark and Lifetime. Thus, a romance junkie who finds most thrillers for women to be too predictable was created. I thought about how I would go about doing this. Should I make a list? Should I do a countdown, offer recommendations? And I was like, you know what, let's just keep this simple. I'm gonna just share my holiday spirit and talk about the movies you should be watching at this time. So I've compiled from memory and from my 2018 wrap up of old Christmas romance movies that I have seen. I will not be talking about the ones I am currently watching in 2019. By the way, I do watch Christmas specials and other Christmas programming, but this is solely focused on Christmas romance. If you want to recommend me any other Christmas content, feel free to leave it in the comments below. Lastly, my Christmas movie rating scale only makes sense to me, so take it as a grain of salt. Alright, let's get started. This is in alphabetical order. Number 1, A Christmas Prince. This 2017 Netflix movie. I loved it so much. It's about an American journalist who pretends to be the princess's tutor, and she manages to cozy up and get attached to the royal family of this fictional place called Aldovia. I love romance. I particularly love romance with a royal twist. Also, the Christmas vibes in this were strong. Amber comes off, or her character comes off as someone who is like you and therefore could be you. Plus, a solid Christmas movie has to have a nice setting, which this one does. And originally I gave this a 3.5 out of 5, but looking back, because of how much joy it still gives me, I want to bump it up to a 3.8 out of 5. Number 2, A Christmas Prince, The Royal Wedding. After loving the first movie, this second movie really disappointed me. First, I didn't like Amber's father. He played the role of the ignorant American tourist. I mean, he couldn't even say the country's name right. Your daughter's gonna be queen of this place and you can't even say the name right? I don't understand. Disrespect written off as goofy or carefree mannerisms doesn't sit well with me. I don't find it funny. Second, Sahil's character is a caricature of a person, and I didn't like that. And third, and most important, it's in the title. This is a royal wedding, a royal Christmas wedding. I don't know how other people feel, but if you saw this, did you get Christmas wedding vibes from this? Because I didn't. I mean, it's fine to keep things simple, but Amber's wedding dress was not good. Super disappointing. I was not happy. I ended up giving this a 2.8 out of 5. In conclusion, I loved the first, was upset with the second, and looking forward to the third, A Royal Baby. I saw in the trailer that there are new Asian characters, and I only have 2 wishes. I pray that there are no racist remarks written off as jokes, and I also hope that they're just not the weirdest people ever. I understand that their appearance seems very much like throwaway characters, so they might potentially be the villains, which whatever, because I feel like with the A Christmas Prince brand, they've always managed to stay very lighthearted and friendly, so I feel like even when there are conflicts, it stays very on the gentler side, and I hope that it keeps that, Number 3, A Cinderella Christmas. Are you looking at the poster? Isn't it beautiful? I feel like sometimes with Christmas romance movies, there's a little, I guess, superficial aspect to it. I want to see gorgeous people falling in love surrounded by Christmas paraphernalia. Plus, I love Cinderella retellings, and a Cinderella story is my jam. So if that's what you are into as well, you should check out A Cinderella Christmas. It's a 2016 Marvista Entertainment production. It's about Angie, who works for her uncle's event planning business, and she's like the one who does all the work, and then her cousin takes all the credit. At a masquerade ball, she encounters Nicholas, who's this like wealthy bachelor. So they cross paths. He doesn't know who she is, and now he's searching for the mysterious girl he's fallen in love with at the ball. I mean, it's perfect. I like really loved it. I think it's cute, and I gave it a 3.5 out of 5. Number 4, A Princess for Christmas. So we have another royal romance Christmas movie. This one stars Sam Heughan, who is now famous for Outlander, which I am also a fan of. And I just think in this movie, Sam and the girl who plays his opposite, Katie McGrath, they just look really good together. This movie is about Jules, who becomes the legal guardian to her niece and nephew after her sister and brother-in-law pass away. They are struggling and receive an invitation from the kids' grandfather, who is the Duke of Castleberry, and they just get invited to live with him, and it's around Christmas time. The story is really heartwarming. I really enjoyed the acting. I thought the kids did a good job too. I watched this a while back, so I don't remember specifics, but like even just looking at the movie poster, it just gives me like fuzzy warm feelings. So I'm pretty sure this was good. And I will now rate it 3.5 out of 5, and until I rewatch it, I'll stick with that for now. Number 5, A Royal Christmas. We have the Hallmark Queen, Lacey Chabert. This is a 2014 movie. Studying in Philadelphia, Prince Leopold proposes to his American girlfriend, who is a seamstress trying to be a designer, and yeah, he like takes her home. Obviously, the queen, who is played by the talented Jane Seymour, is not happy. This was simple, but I really enjoyed it. I thought it was really good, and I mean, it's Hallmark and Lacey Chabert. What more can you want? Oh, and there's like a little small hints of like the queen having a romance as well. And yeah, just really cute. 3.5 out of 5. Number 6, A Snow-Capped Christmas, aka Falling for Christmas. I really don't like it that these Christmas holiday movies usually have multiple titles. It's really inconvenient. This was almost the case for Princess for Christmas. It just makes it really hard to alphabetize, okay? Anyways, the original name for this is A Snow-Capped Christmas, but I watched it obviously in US, and the American name is Falling for Christmas, but I like the original name better, so that's what we're gonna go with. So this is a 2016 Canadian film about a figure skater who's injured, and she goes to the mountains to recover. There she meets an ex-hockey player and his daughter, and they kind of like teach her that there's more to life than competitive skating. I used to ice skate, so I was looking forward to the ice skating aspect of this movie, and disappointingly, it has very few ice skating scenes. In addition, I felt like the leads lack chemistry, and the side characters were like too one-dimensional to add any humor to the overall plot, and I ended up giving this 2 out of 5. Sorry. Number 7, Christmas in the Heartland, aka The Christmas Trap, aka Southern Christmas. Oh my god, this movie has too many titles, but so this came out in 2017, and it's about two girls. They meet on a plane, and they're going to see or they're going to stay with relatives that they've never met for the holidays and decide to swap places. Honestly, this movie was great. The first 80-ish% was fantastic. I was really enjoying it a lot, and then towards the end there's this twist that's like really apparent, but it happens with only minutes left. So this movie ends up rushing, like just mad dashing for that peaceful resolution, and for me, I really didn't like that. I didn't like the ending. I held a grudge with the ending. So I mean, it was just such a crazy twist, and there were so many problems that the twist brought about, and then you're just gonna tell me it gets resolved in like what, 10 minutes or something? I just can't. I don't understand why they did that. And so even though like I loved like the majority of this, I like have beef with the ending, and I can't let go of it. So I ended up giving this a 2.5 out of 5. But I know that this is a lot of people's favorites and that a lot of people like it. And I understand. It's just, I didn't like the conclusion. Sorry. But there is like that finale scene of all of them singing together. That was actually really sweet, I'll admit. Number 8, Holiday in Handcuffs. This 2007 ABC Family movie is not a porno starring Sabrina the Teenage Witch. It's about a struggling artist who I think maybe gets dumped. Anyway, she loses her boyfriend, and she ends up kidnapping, I think, a restaurant customer to pretend to be her boyfriend while she's visiting her family. Yeah, I know, it's absolutely wild, and I have no recollection of it whatsoever. So I feel wrong giving this a rating. If I ever rewatch it, which I don't even feel like I want to. I know for sure I watched it because of the funny title. I just don't remember anything of it. So we're gonna move on. Number 9, Love Actually. This 2003 gem is a classic. I just checked right now, and ArcLight Cinema is actually showing it this month. I mean, how cool is that? I've rewatched this movie multiple times, and I think just due to like nostalgia, my love for the cast, and like its rewatchability, 5 out of 5. There's nothing more needs to be said. Number 10, The Princess Switch. This 2018 Netflix movie stars Vanessa Hudgens, and because of my love for High School Musical, I went into this already giving it like pre-points, which I mean isn't really fair, but I can do whatever I want with my rating. I don't care what the haters have to say, okay? Because this movie has foreign travel, royalty, baking, pretty dresses, and a plot that has more Christmas cheers than it does malicious intent. So it's lighthearted and fun, and we get to Vanessa Hudgens. What more do you want? 4 out of 5. All right, let's wrap this up. So I saw online that some people consider Bridget Jones' Diary a holiday rom-com, but I much rather keep this list at a perfect 10 than add a movie that I'm not even sure is Christmas associated and that I've seen so long ago I wouldn't even know how to review it. But I do remember at that time I really liked the film. It has Mr. Darcy, aka Colin Firth. So no, we're not going to discuss about it though. We're going to end at 10 and that's that. Let me know in the comments down below if you have any Christmas romance movie recommendations for me. If you've seen any of these, let me know your thoughts as well. Maybe, hopefully, we'll see in 2020 I will come at you with the ones I am currently watching in 2019. Outro time. Like, comment, subscribe. See you in my next video whenever that is. Bye!